Hey, what's going on guys? It's Paper here with another Marvel Snap deck video. In this deck breakdown, we're going to be talking about the Pixie deck that I've been playing for the past day or so. We played about 70 games of this deck. We had around a 70 or 60% win rate with an average cube rate of 0.9. We're in the top 1000 of Infinite, so it's not insignificant either. We're not playing against just bad decks constantly. We're playing against really good players with really strong decks, so this deck is really, really good in the current meta. We've kind of built this as a way to get around junk with having War Machine in for the Professor X plays and then Valkyrie in for a way to turn the junked cards that we get into our favor. White Widow is really popular right now. Obviously Sentry and the Hood are cards being sent over by Annihilus, so there's a lot of things right now that are giving us junk cards that we need to turn into our favor. Debris is really bad against this deck because we get the buff from Patriot on the rocks, and then Valkyrie makes them a 3 base power, so they become a 5 power rock, which is really, really strong. So this deck is really strong against the current meta. We have Patriot and Blue Marvel to create inconsistencies or asymmetry with our Valkyrie plays, and then we have the Infinaut that can be played after War Machine that with Pixie becomes extremely low cost and just an overpowered card. I mean, we have very often a 0, a 1, or a 2 cost Infinaut for 20 power. Like it's insane. Valkyrie just swings locations as well. Mysterio plus Mockingbird gives us a 3 cost Mockingbird on turn 3, which is awesome. This deck's just really strong. We'll go over a couple replacements later on in the video, but for now, let's get into the deck breakdown. So the first set of cards that we'll talk about are kind of the main idea, kind of what we revolved the deck building process for this deck around, and that's going to be Pixie, Mobius, and War Machine. Pixie and Mobius have been featured on this channel before. They're a great duo to build a deck around. You can get very high costed cards for very cheap and surprise your opponent with a lot of cards in the final turn of the game. We use these cards to get things like a 0 cost Infinaut, or a 0 cost Valkyrie, a 1 cost Blue Marvel. It's really, really strong, and once you draw one of those low costed cards, you can usually just snap right off of that. This Pixie Mobius shell, we also have War Machine. Now War Machine is in this deck because I think he's a pretty solid card right now. 4/6 is a decent stat line. We also get the ability to play into our opponent's Professor X plays, which is really important right now with the junk decks running Professor X being so prevalent. Also with War Machine, we have Infinaut in this deck, and that just kind of gives a big surprise because usually people aren't expecting 20 power that maybe cost me 2 energy because of Pixie. So War Machine is really great in this current meta, and it actually won me a ton of games because people aren't expecting that to come out. The next set of cards that we'll talk about are the kind of buff core for this deck. I really enjoy playing Valkyrie a lot. It's really hard to play Valkyrie though because she costs 5 energy. So the way we supplement this or get around this is by running her in a deck that runs Pixie. Pixie can make Valkyrie a very low cost, making her a much better card. Her effect is one of the best effects in the game. It's extremely solid, and having cards like Patriot and Blue Marvel already on the board alongside her is really great for creating sort of an asymmetry that we're looking for. We have Patriot in here with the Mysterio and Wasp. That's going to give more cards for Valkyrie to hit that will be higher than 3 power after her effect hits. And then Blue Marvel is just going to buff everything. So usually we will have something on the board that's going to make our Valkyrie play better for us than it will for our opponent. We also run Ant-Man in this list, which is another card that doesn't necessarily even need Blue Marvel or Patriot. We just have to have 2 other cards alongside Valkyrie with that location in order to create that asymmetry. Both Blue Marvel and Patriot are really strong cards, giving board-wide buffs, and Patriot also works with some other locations such as Central Park or Savage Lands as well. The last set of cards that we'll talk about are kind of more optional cards, but they're kind of not optional with the way that this deck is run. It's hard to explain where these cards really fall, but Ant-Man, like I just said, works really, really well with Valkyrie. It's a card that gives you the ability to create asymmetry without Blue Marvel and Patriot. However, he's a 1 cost. He works great with Pixie because he's a 1 cost. We're usually filling up our board because we have Mysterio in the deck, so he's just a great card to have in this deck. Mockingbird is also really, really great with Mysterio. We can play Mysterio on 2 and have immediately a 2 cost Mockingbird, which is amazing. So a 2/9 that just gets put on the board usually can't be interacted with ever, aside from like a Cannonball or a Valkyrie. So it's just a really strong card, and I think it's a must-have in this list. And then finally we have Infinaut. Infinaut obviously is in here because we have War Machine. Without War Machine, we really can't run this card. So if you don't want to run or you don't have War Machine, you can replace both War Machine and Infinaut with some other cards to test out some different combos. I would recommend a sort of mid to low cost card plus a high cost card just to get more value out of Pixie. So that's it for the deck breakdown. I do want to go over maybe some replacements for some cards in this list, however. Spider-Ham, War Machine, and Infinaut are all kind of not super necessary for this deck. I know Spider-Ham and War Machine are still in the Series 4, Series 5 list, so they are a little bit harder to obtain. I do think Mobius and Pixie are relatively important to the Mobius Pixie deck that this is, so I would not recommend replacing those. But the War Machine Infinaut sort of thing is replaceable. You can run stuff like Onslaught, you can run Dr. Doom, you can run Cannonball. There's a lot of things you can do with the Pixie Mobius core running higher cost cards when you have the reduction from Pixie. So there's a lot of different things you can run here. It's not necessarily like a War Machine only deck. Spider-Ham can be replaced by preferably another one cost card just to have another option for Pixie to hit a low cost card. I did post another version of this deck, a different sort of style of playing this deck about a month ago when Pixie came out. So you can go ahead and check that video out on my YouTube. It runs more of an ongoing style with Onslaught and Squirrel Girl for the Patriot buffs. So you can check that video out if you want like a different style of this kind of deck. They both work equally as well though. All right, so that's it for this deck breakdown. I'll send you guys over to the gameplay now. I stream all of my gameplay on Twitch. If you would like to watch any of these streams or you like my vibes from the gameplay, check out my Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/paper with 2 R's. I stream on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Also, if you would like to support the channel in any way, if you like this content, please consider subscribing to this channel. It costs you no money. It helps me out greatly. I would really appreciate it. Also, leave a comment and like this video if you want to do that. I really appreciate all the support here on YouTube, even though I'm not super consistent all the time. So I'll leave you guys with a gameplay now. Thanks for watching this video, guys. And as always, good luck snapping. Can't say with confidence will be better than US Agent. Yeah, maybe. Playing her in Loki? Yeah, for sure play her in Loki. Pixie now, Mobius next. Damn it. Oh wait, he hit my Wasp too. Don't matter. It just don't matter. Perfect top deck, man. Okay, every lane has a card in it now. It's good for me. This Ham was a 6. Ham was a 6, Infinaut was a 1. So the Valkyrie and Blue Marvel are both 5s, which means we need to play... Play this. and just pray that we have it. Nice hit. Such a good hit. Well, it doesn't matter because Mobius made her unplayable anyways. Okay, Blue Marvel is trouble. Like, it's not a good hit for us. It's fine. Win middle. There's no way he's beating us on the left. Yo, what's going on, Gato? This is a nice big play, but I got a 20 power Infinaut and an Ant-Man and the real Mysterio.
Hello, so happy.
God, that's so ridiculous, man. Oh. Okay, 2 cards, easy. We get the draw before that, which sucks because it's that, but... I mean... it's a 7 power Mysterio, that's kind of crazy. Oh, wait a minute. This is a bad position to be in, isn't it? I guess it's not the worst position. We can always Valkyrie. We just gotta hope it doesn't go middle, or it doesn't go left. We needed to go middle so we can use that as a Valkyrie location. Let's go. Okay. We don't ham. We definitely Mockingbird here. If we Mobius, we get a lot of things next turn. We get Ham, Wasp, Blue Marvel. If we Blue Marvel though, we get the asymmetrical Valkyrie hit. We just get more power on the right. We're gonna try to win right and middle, I think. Infinaut. War Machine's fine, actually. War Machine's actually fine because we might just play Infinaut instead. That's a 2-cost Infinaut. Like, come on, man. That's a 2-cost Infinaut. We have to play it. They're not going to play a ton of power on the left. They're going to put all their power on the right. Because they feel confident winning the Shaw lane. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Oh, we dodged that too. Yep. Can't beat 20 power Infinaut, boy. Man, what a War Machine hit from Gladiator. Wow. Okay. Pixie Mobius with a lot of ones in our deck still. This guy was playing Surfer. It's a pretty big shot. It's a good Omega Red. It's not a good Black Knight. War Machine into Blue Marvel Mobius. All right, we can play Mockingbird. No, we can't play Mockingbird and Valkyrie. All right, what is the play here? We definitely want to Valkyrie these Shaws. If we Valkyrie the Shaws, what does that leave us? It leaves us with one card. Damn. Maybe we forfeit the Shaw lane and we do Blue Marvel. That's not good either. Is Patriot good here? Is like Patriot, Mysterio, Ant-Man good here? I know I need to Valk left, but I can't Valk left because it loses me the game. I don't win elsewhere. And he's gonna kill my Black Knight, so I don't even win the middle ever. This is the best I can do. The Omega Red is what's gonna kill me. Omega Red's gonna kill me. No, we only tie the left. Oh no, because he has one less card. Oh, man. Oh, that's so close, man. That is... I really thought that he would not... I don't know where I want this Pixie. Guess that's fine. Into the Valkyrie lane. Great hit. Okay, so that's my 0 cost card. This is all interesting. He can't play Sentry. We can play Mockingbird and Infinaut next turn.
All systems go.
Alternatively, we can play Valkyrie. Like, this is a decent play, but we don't have an asymmetrical buff for that, so that's not fantastic. It's not the end of the world, though. Did they have a Red Hulk? No, because we would see it in the tracker, right? Nice.
Oh, can you understand me?
Yeah, it's a cannonball on a... when you have Prio on a Spider Ham. Weird.